And welcome to the first Game Changers webinar with Gainsight and ADP. My name is Michael Madej, and I will be your host today as we go through this informational discussion around customer insights and how you can best leverage them in your business. Today's discussion is titled Customer Visionaries, How ADP Game Changers Get a Complete Picture. So very excited to go through the conversation today. Our goal here is to be as interactive with you all as possible. Throughout the conversation, you'll have multiple opportunities to chat with us virtually through polls and through questions. So be on the lookout for those pop-ups throughout the call. Before we get started, we're going to do a quick agenda. And within that agenda, you'll have the opportunity to learn a little bit more about myself and Edgar. We'll discuss why we chose visibility as our first topic for the Game Changer series. Edgar will then go through what the challenge at ADP is and how he and his organization help to achieve visibility for their company. And then finally, we will open up the chat session and do a Q&A with Edgar and myself. Now, to meet the speakers. First off, my name is Michael Madej, and I am a Regional Director of Client Outcomes at Gainsight. I've been with Gainsight for 2.5 years and have been working in customer success and customer experience for the last 15 years. As a quick note, I have 2 dogs who are in the room with me, so if you hear Lola or Tater at any point during our call today, I apologize for that in advance. Edgar, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, thank you, Mike. My name is Edgar Ramirez Vilches. I've been for ADP since the end of January, so pre-COVID, just barely. I was before at IBM and also at Gainsight. I've been doing client success operations for a while, and I also have my little rescue dog here somewhere, so hopefully she's in line and help us today as well.
Yeah, so we're on the same page, hoping that the dogs are well behaved for us. And first off, Edgar, thank you so much for joining us. And second of all, I'd like to just kind of quickly acknowledge how great it is that you were a Gainsight employee who then went on to work in customer success operations for IBM, and now you're doing it for ADP. And this is one of my favorite parts about customer success and particularly Gainsight, where we sit at the center of the ecosystem for customer success, and just getting to see how folks interact with Gainsight and then go on to do it at multiple organizations. So thank you very much for taking the time to work with us on this today.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited, and thank you for the words.
Absolutely. So everyone knows, we will be recording today's session, and you will be receiving the slides and a recording in your inbox after the meeting. Also, we do have a Q&A panel that you should see available to you now. If you have any questions throughout the conversation today, go ahead and ask those during the webinar. And at the end of today's call, we'll have the opportunity to ask Edgar and myself some of those questions from the audience. So without further ado, let's really get into what we're talking about today. As everyone knows, delivering value to your customers has always been important, and it's been one of the key decision points on if a customer decides to continue the relationship with you as their vendor. Now, in this time of COVID and some of the uncertainty within the economy, it's more important now than ever. Things have changed. Budgets have gotten tight. New spending has been reduced. So it's critically important that each and every one of us within the customer success community, sales community, renewals community, really focus on what the value is that our software offers and make sure that our customers truly understand what that value is. Now, as we mentioned, the environment today is challenging, and we at Gainsight have done our best through talking to customers and surveying customers and prospects to really understand what the business challenges are kind of as a whole. And then the intention of this Game Changers series is to address each one of these 6 points in great detail with folks like Edgar, who've done some pretty amazing things to solve these challenges. Now, what we've seen as the 6 key pain points are unexpected churn, an inability to scale your business in terms of personnel and or resources, a lack of customer visibility, missed opportunities to expand within an account, a disconnected customer experience, and then finally, poor product adoption. Now, as I mentioned, in future iterations of this series, we will go into these different challenges, but for today, we will be discussing a lack of customer visibility. Now, what exactly is it that we mean when we say a lack of customer visibility? And we found this statistic from IDC to be really kind of captures what the challenge is. And I'm sure it's something that each of you has experienced. Within 4 out of 5 organizations, the employees take advantage of data from multiple pieces of the company and multiple systems. But unfortunately, these employees waste 44% of their time due to unsuccessful activities because of lack of collaboration, an existence of knowledge gaps, challenging times to find the data, inconsistent data, incorrect data. This is one of the biggest challenges that is facing organizations today. Now, we'd really like to hear from you on a scale of 1 to 5. How do you think that the average CS organization rates their ability to get a unified view of their customer? You should now see a pop-up on your screen, and we'd love if you could select with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest, how you think organizations score themselves. We will give it just a couple more seconds. Get those votes in. All right, excellent. Now, if we could go ahead and show the results, it shows that from the group that we have here, most think that organizations score themselves as either a 2 or a 3. And that is absolutely correct. The typical CS organization rates their visibility as a 2 out of 5 without a CS solution. And this is one of the real reasons that Gainsight is in business. We strongly believe that getting this visibility into your customers is critically important for teams across your organization. Now, the way that we believe you should get this visibility is through bringing all of your disparate data systems together and creating a single source of truth across your entire organization for that customer. So first off, one place to have all of the data. Second of all, you must structure the customer data so that it accurately represents your relationship with the customers. Your customers probably have different products, different teams, different levels of product adoption information. Bringing all of that in and having it be accurate and having it be specific to the individual relationships is incredibly important. We also believe in health scoring and very precisely measuring the health of your customers and doing it with sophisticated health scores. And a sophisticated health score, it's multifactorial, it's updated frequently, it is accurate, and it's checked. And then finally, being able to take action at scale with all of this trending information and observations. If you have health scores and you have data on your customers, NPS scores, if you're not actually doing anything with that data, you might as well not have it. So this is really what Gainsight looks at when we talk about getting visibility into your customers and then how you do something with it.